They're gonna get spanked next weekend. OG.
They don't have a shot.
I don't think they have a shot in hell to win next week at all.
Yeah,
At all.
I took Oregon. I took Oregon covering 21.5.
Oregon was very impressive this weekend.
Nah, we're a top 10 team. Like, this is what happens when you have an offensive line and a defensive line. You can't compete against that. Like, you saw it. That's a top 10 college defensive line. There was nothing they could do about it. I don't care if Hunter was out there. They were gonna get
that's
dealt
how I feel too. There's too many spots that were glaring against Oregon that they struggled with in the first 3 games. Like I said, I think we was talking about it before in pre-pro. The 3 wins that they got, great wins. But all 3 of those wins, with the exception of maybe the Nebraska game, all 3 of those wins could have went a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like Colorado ain't some juggernaut yet. Right? They're not a juggernaut yet. They rolling off adrenaline, I think. And now going forward, you're gonna really see who's good, who's not, who could deal with the pressure, who can't, because now this shit is over. You 3-1 now. You got your first loss. That hype train, all of that shit is died down now. Now it's about go out there, play football, execute, do your job, and we're gonna see how the shit falls out. But I don't think they're talented enough. I don't think they're big enough. Pause. I don't think so. I think USC is gonna beat the dog shit out of them too.
Well, I'm gonna just be brief. Deion doesn't go nowhere to lose or to be embarrassed. That was embarrassed. I mean, he doesn't. I don't know why you making that face.
Because I don't see how it's not embarrassing to me. I think that's even after the game, he was like, yo, they could talk like that. They won. Like, that's not embarrassing. He's a top 18 team. This is what happens. Deion knows this. The first thing Deion said before the season started was, wait till we get our 5-star offensive lineman recruits.
That's what he said. They was overmatched. I think that was the point we was trying to make. They wasn't good enough.
Simple. Was that an embarrassing loss? Just yes or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I would agree. I don't think so either.
Losing is embarrassing regardless like that. Like,
watching that game being down 35-0, your prime time, and them guys can't make tackles. It was a bad. Once again, I'm not saying Deion is a bad coach. I'm saying that was a bad loss. I watched the whole game. I'm just saying, watching that game, I'm going, being down 35-0.
I'm gonna be real.
Let me ask you a question. What was more yesterday? Why was your expectation so high? Because they were 3-0, or because Deion, like,
yes,
you a football, but hold on, but you a football guy, right? You know, you watch this shit.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is, we were surprised. I didn't know you at this time, but I'm talking to you from my perspective. I was extremely surprised at how the Giants fared against the Patriots that year when they was 18-0. Extremely surprised how we showed up in that Super Bowl game, right? If we got trounced, right? If we got smoked that game, I would have not been like, whoa, what the fuck happened? We lost to a team that won every game. We lost to a team that was offensively head and shoulders better than us. So had it happened, had we lost 42-6, I would have been like, well, damn, they've been great all year. What I'm saying about this team is that we knew that they were just better. So the fact that they lost 42-6, yes, a bad loss, but I don't know if it's embarrassing to say because it's prime. Them niggas was just better too. I don't know.
And I'm gonna add, to be honest, what was embarrassing was the week before against Colorado State. You were a 21-point favorite, 21-point favorites. Like, that Colorado State team ain't good. They're ranked below them. So that's embarrassing. That you got that coach to motivate his team. You got that team to motivate themselves so badly that they covered the spread. They only lost by 7. They went to overtime. That was up in the air too. And that's not a good team. So to me, that's embarrassing. You came out there with the shades. Okay, that's cool. And he came out there and it was a dogfight. The Oregon coach, he knew the whole time, like, yo, you ain't messing with us. He said that from the beginning. Yo, who do they beat? They asked him about it earlier this year. Who do they beat? And you see Deion ain't talk no smack to him. There was no blender shade, none of that. Deion he knows when to motivate his players. He's a smart dude, bro. This ain't a bad loss. This is a loss. You're supposed to lose like that to a top 10 team. Top 10 offensive line like that? Nah, and defensive line? Dog, this ain't basketball. Ain't no one man changing none of that. I don't care who your quarterback is. I don't care who your cornerback is. I don't care if you got one offensive lineman. This ain't basketball, dog. Ain't no one man changing that show. You can't.
I'm gonna just leave it at this. When you look that bad on offense, when you got one of the top quarterbacks and he can't do nothing, when your defense can't stop a guy that's 5'9", where literally he's running through 3-4 people as if he's 6'4", 250, that's a bad loss.